Hello, everyone.
What's up?
Welcome to Saturday Night Online. We're R5. Well, there's only three of us.
Yeah,
Rydell
R3.
and Ratliff, unfortunately, couldn't make it. They're in Los Angeles.
For all the first-time viewers, there are 5 members.
There are 5. we promise.
Yeah.
And thanks to Romeo and Saturday Night Online for having us. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be good.
So thanks for submitting your questions. We got a bunch of them right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Jovan from Serbia. What country?
What country were you most surprised to have fans in?
Ooh.
I think Tel Aviv, Israel was really interesting.
It was a great turnout too. And they had their energy was like insane.
They were really passionate. They were really into it.
Usually, takes us a few times to come into a city to kind of build a fan base and whatnot, but it was instantaneous there, and we had no idea.
Yeah,
really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Yeah.
Anna from Mexico.
What was your inspiration for How I Made Up on You?
Ooh.
What was the
How
inspiration?
I Made Up on You. It's just kind of us. I think everybody can kind of relate to that situation of being in a place or a situation where your heart is saying one thing and your mind is saying a completely different, kind of like the opposite.
No.
And with that, we kind of went with the wrong feels right, whereas your heart really wants the girl, but your mind knows that she's totally bad for you. And I've definitely been in one of those relationships. What about you guys?
I've not been in one of those relationships.
No? All your relationships are good? Oh, you're lucky.
I only do those kind of relationships.
Oh, you only go with the ones.
Yep.
Ooh, see,
Nice.
Rocky likes those bad girls.
Next question.
Fuller from London.
If you could collab with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh.
Probably
Say the
Michael
Beatles.
Jackson.
Well, that'd be cool. Or Elvis.
Oh.
That'd be cool.
Probably
Elvis didn't really write though.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking more of a performance, feature him.
Oh, I was thinking an album.
Okay, writing with.
Yeah.
Though.
Ryan Tedder.
Ryan Tedder. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a good one. Or Pharrell.
Pharrell. Can I have one there?
Yeah, bro.
Where do you get the Cheez-Its?
Pharrell would be
snack
cool.
time with R5.
Product placement. It's a music video.
Obviously the Beatles. Freddie Mercury. Queen.
Yeah.
Queen. Well, with Freddie Mercury.
Don't talk with food in your mouth.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. The list goes on.
Yeah, lots of inspirations or collabs that we would like to have. All right, April from Butler. Whose idea was it to start R5?
It wasn't really an idea.
It just kind of happened. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you could kind of say Rocky and I were the starters because two things. Rocky started the whole music side of it, us being a band instead of just being performers, whereas I started really young, kind of just performing and imitating Elvis and Michael Jackson, and I would learn all the boy band dances like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and I would get them to do it with me. This was when I was let's
5.
see, you were probably 3, so I was I was
you're
6,
7.
I was with
6 or 7.
But basically R5 was always us, even before we were necessarily a band. We were always R5. Everyone always were like, "Hey R5, come here. Hey R5, do this, do that."
Yeah.
They were like, "R5 is here." So that's why we are named R5 as a band, because we've always been called R5. But the band happened just super naturally.
It's been fun though. We feel like we're
traveled
just
the
getting
world.
started, right? We've been
Playing
band
music.
for, let's see, it'll be 6 years in October, or I guess you could say January because that's kind of when we had
Our first show.
Well, no, our first show wasn't until June of
Really?
2009. Yeah, June of 2009.
Didn't we do that showcase before that though?
We did some kind of showcase at that dance studio or a dance studio of some sort, but our first official club show was June. Yeah.
But
we were a
band in January.
We were definitely a band in January, where we kind of had started the jam sessions in October, so it's kind of a mixtape. But it's I still
almost 6
we're
years.
just getting started.
Yeah.
You know what else is funny? Everybody's probably wondering where we are right now. We're actually in our hotel room, so as you can see, this is the bed.
That's
Or
where,
one
where
of
the
the
magic
beds.
happens.
That's right. That's where that's where the dreams come.
The dreams,
beauty
yeah.
sleep
Our
happens.
sleep.
For all you naughty ones, we were
That's
talking
what
about
Rocky meant.
dreams and ideas while we're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brittany from, how do you say that? Emos?
Go with it.
I'm not.
I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. What's the best part about performing?
Is that a planet?
Well, Brittany.
The best part about performing is losing yourself in the music, and in the crowd, and
That's
in
a
the
good one.
situation.
Yeah, I think my favorite is probably the crowd going crazy, like out of their minds, and
Yeah.
singing back songs that are like lyrics that I've personally written. That always is like the coolest moment to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. Or playing guitar solos.
See, I don't know
I
what
think
that's
that's-
like.
I like playing
I
guitar
don't get to
solos.
play guitar.
Bass
solos.
solo, dude. We need a bass
Yeah.
solo.
That's
in
scary.
next
That sounds really scary.
No, but we all enjoy a live show differently, but we all enjoy it equally as much.
Next.
Zoe from Hawaii.
Ooh,
Look, lucky you live in
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
How do you say that?
Jeez.
Hawaii.
We need- yo.
Hawaii. Hawaii.
We need to go play a show in Hawaii.
Yeah, we do.
On
If
the
you
beach,
could have
that'd be
any
sick.
superpower, what would it be?
Superpower.
I think flight would be awesome.
That's
With the fly.
probably the coolest one.
Yeah.
I think the most like one I would use the most would be like
Time travel.
Not time travel, but like the whole thing. So controlling time in general, stopping,
Yeah.
fast forwarding, slowing down, going backwards,
What if-
going forwards.
I-
You'd make so much
I
money
got
in the
mine.
casino.
I would
What?
kick all
Crazy.
you guys in a fight. I would have the freaking 100% brain.
Oh, like
Ooh,
Superman.
yeah, but then
Like
you'd be like
Lucy.
a robot. You see Lucy?
So?
She's basically just a computer.
Mm.
Yeah.
I would
You'd
just turn
want
it
it-
off. I would
you'd
turn
want
it off.
Oh, you can turn it off.
But then, like, when it's time to go, just flick that switch on. Just
That's cool. I would
pretty good.
maybe want to be more like 25% because that's where things start to really get really cool. But
okay,
you're
maybe
still
like
like
50.
You're
But
still
you're still
capable
partially
of
human.
emotion.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to fly because then no one else could, and it would just be you.
Dude, you ever just look out like you're
But then,
standing on
like,
a balcony
so
or like
you-
on a tall building? You're like, man, I'd love to just take off right now.
Yeah,
like
like
it's
Iron
all
Man.
time.
It'd be so cool.
cool.
Someone from Orlando, Marisol.
That's got to be it.
Marisol.
Sorry if we're not saying that right. That's pretty good though. Ross is usually good with names, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
trust
totally.
him.
What can fans expect from the next album?
Ooh. Well, hopefully you guys are excited as we are, because
Yeah.
I am so excited for you guys to hear it. It's been a long time. Like
Mhm.
it was lots of work. Like with Louder, it was all really quick. But
Yeah.
this one was like,
Still rolling.
you
Good.
saved it. Woo! We thought we were gonna lose you guys there for a second.
Good job.
Good stuff.
This one we kind of been working on for like a while.
Mm-hmm.
And just the whole sound that kind of came out of it was really natural. It's a whole year later in our lives, so our music has grown a little bit. We've grown up a little bit. We've matured a little bit, both as individuals and as band. So it's just kind of like the next step in R5, and I'm really, I connect very deeply to each individual song,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so stoked about it, and I really hope you guys like it as much as I do, because I'm so proud.
I
It's
feel
gonna be
you.
fun.
I feel you.
Can't wait to play the songs live, right?
That's what I'm saying. I just thought that.
So fun.
That kinda
Sydney
hurt.
from Auburn.
What is your favorite song off the new EP? I like "Stay With Me."
Ooh, see,
Ooh,
I
the
cannot
best.
pick a favorite.
Stay With Me is pretty
Stay With
dope
Me's my
because there's
favorite.
so much emotion.
Oh, so much
Just like,
emotion in Stay With Me.
yeah.
Right here.
That one, okay, I like each song for individual reasons. Check this out. Stay With Me is the most personal, like, I can relate to that the most. Very
Mhm.
personal to me. Stay With Me is. Things Are Looking Up is totally, like, my personality.
Just
Yeah.
like,
Like, Things Are Looking Up.
life's
And
good,
it's got super fun lyrics, which I love.
Yep.
Heart Made Up on You has, like, the coolest beat. The musically Heart Made Up on You
Nice and
is
groovy.
really fun.
Yeah,
And then
I'd agree.
Easy
The
Love,
bridge is
the
sick.
melody and like the rhythm, the way Ross's verse
Easy
flows
Love is
into
all about the pocket.
yeah, like
Because
your timing is
You
just
can't
insane
hold
on
no
that song.
groove if you ain't got no pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think they know what you mean, but
No, there's a
I know
video.
what you mean.
there's
Like
a video,
the pockets on a jean.
There's this video of this
fish
bass
in your
player,
pocket.
and it's like he's like, "Now listen, Victor, you gotta keep this in mind. There ain't no groove without no pocket."
There's a video?
And it makes so much sense because it's so true.
But
Keep that in
anyways,
mind.
thank you for everybody that has purchased the EP. And
yeah.
if it's not out in your country yet, it'll be out very soon. Or you're just gonna get the whole album. I don't really know how it works.
Either way,
I just
hope
play
you guys
bass.
get the music. I hope you guys like the music.
Yes, because we're
The bottom
super pumped
line.
about it. Okay, Gabrielle from Sao Paulo. Which one of you is the most dramatic?
Rydell probably, because she's the female in the
Yes.
group and she just tends to get.
She's a poor girl. She's not even here to defend herself.
I know.
Well, if she wasn't the most
actually,
dramatic, she's
there'd be
the
a
only
problem.
girl, there would be a problem. Yeah, she's
That's
not the most
true.
dramatic.
She is. Yeah, girls
Yeah.
are. You guys are sometimes dramatic. It's
Yeah.
all good. We still love you. We write songs about you because you're amazing. Can't live with you. Can't live without you. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the girls should feel the same about us.
That's true. Don't you just love girls? I love girls.
Of course.
You guys are awesome. Caroline from Paris. Patty.
What's your favorite food?
Wait, can you say that in Paris?
In French?
I mean, yeah. He's in Paris.
No.
No. I used to be able to.
I know, we were trying so hard to learn French and then just kind of went out the door.
I know, but
It's hard to
know
learn
music,
language.
so
Alright,
okay.
what's your favorite food?
This is such an interesting question because my answer changes all the time. I don't really have a favorite food.
Pretty much likes everything. What about from Paris? Since,
That's what I was just
since she's
thinking.
asking from Paris, what's
Okay,
your
I
favorite
like
food?
the croque madame in
Paris.
Paris.
That's really good.
That's
And
pretty
the
good.
crepes.
Crepes
Oh,
are bomb.
But
Crepes,
dessert
so
crepes.
No,
Dessert
would it have like
crepes.
eggs and...
Dude,
Yeah,
egg
it's okay.
ham and like mustard?
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
Ooh.
The dessert crepes, though.
But obviously dessert
Dessert
crepes,
crepes.
but yeah.
Alright.
My favorite food in general, I just really like cheeseburgers. Can't go wrong. Cheeseburgers,
Yeah.
fries, and a milkshake. Do fries, go with that shake.
I don't know.
Marty from Australia.
What up,
Besides
Marty?
music, what do you guys do for fun? Pretty much
Music is fun.
is my life.
No, we
No,
play ice hockey.
realistically though, every time we're at dinner, we can't escape talking about music.
That's
for
very
our
true,
five.
yeah.
Every day, that's what we talk about.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
Breakfast and lunch. Yeah,
It's as much of a hobby as it is a profession.
that's very true. Yeah, we truly love like doing this.
Yeah.
We love making music and performing for you guys. Like it's so fun. We absolutely love going out on tour and seeing new faces.
But we do like the beach. We like hockey.
Love surfing. We're getting
Live
into
surfing.
the three of us actually really want to get a boat, and we really want to start
Yeah.
doing like more water sports, jet skiing, and
We also want
wakeboarding.
to. We also want to bike around California.
Yeah, we've
If-
been getting into
Because
mountain
we're
biking
gonna.
a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna move in a little bit, and we want to.
Band house.
We want to be in a bit more of like a central area, so we can kind of like bike to places. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and then people won't know where we live either.
Yeah, because a lot of people know where we live right now.
Yeah, so stop telling everybody on Twitter I see you and you're like, hey guys, guess what? They live here.
Yeah, seriously. Abigail from Morristown. Is it weird watching yourself?
Oh,
on
say it,
TV
Rocky.
or-
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Is
Look
it
at
weird
that.
watching yourselves on
Reflexes.
TV or on YouTube? It's kind of it changes.
I don't watch
It
myself
changes.
on TV.
It depends on the context of when I'm watching myself. No, because sometimes if like we're watching an Austin Alley episode, I see Austin for some reason.
Mhm.
That's totally legitimate. I think that means you're doing a good job.
Maybe, but then like,
I think it's-
if I watch an R5 video, then I'm watching myself. But if
Yeah.
I'm watching like me act, then I see the character for some reason.
I think it's cool. That's what's cool for me is because I know you so well. So it's cool for me to see you play somebody else. And I think
Thank
I
you,
think it's really like believable. Like I know it's Ross, but at the same time, I'm like, whoa, it's totally different.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
in a
it's-
way, in a
it
weird
kind
way.
of it kind of messes with my head a little bit when I watch like a character. Because
Yeah.
then I'll look in the mirror later and I'll be like, whoa.
Do you ever feel like, oh, I don't want to watch myself? Because like,
Yeah,
I know lots of
yeah.
actors.
Sometimes.
When I did my first like little short film, student film thing,
Mm-hmm.
I was like freaked out to watch myself.
Yeah.
Because you feel like because you're acting, I felt like it wasn't real enough.
Right.
Because you know what I mean. It's weird.
Yeah. I feel that with certain things. Like Austin Alley is very it's like very fun and like funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not very dramatic, but like if I watch something that's like
A little bit
more out there, then it's harder for me to watch.
Yeah. We all got to do a little bit of acting in the music video, didn't we? Heart Made Up on
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
Mm-hmm. So that wasn't too bad. I felt pretty good watching that
In
back.
Taft, California, the smallest
Taft.
town ever.
It's hot as hell.
Yeah, seriously.
Allison from San Diego. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had? You know, a couple nights ago, I've been dreaming about tour a lot because I'm so excited to go back out on tour.
Mhm.
A couple nights ago, I was dreaming that there's a supergroup in the UK called McBusted, between a band called Busted and a band called McFly, and they've formed the supergroup. And there's two bass players right now, so my dream was I was the third bass player. A lot of bass.
Wow.
That
That
was
would
so
be-
cool.
That'd be
was
so
so
crazy. Three octaves of bass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
That is.
there's
I
actually
think it's just like doubles. I think they just play together.
I have a
It's probably
plugin.
just fat.
I have a plugin though that has a preset that's called a 3-octave buzz,
Oh wow.
and it sounds so big.
For those of you who
So
don't
that would
know,
actually be kind of cool.
a plugin is
An additional instrument.
additional program on a music program that can make either make effects or instruments
sounds or
different
something like
sounds.
that.
Yeah, kind of complicated,
Yeah.
but all right. Harriet from England. Say you have to read the question in a British accent.
If you could live anywhere in the world, that was bad.
You can live anywhere in the world. That world is hard.
The world is
I
hard.
never even
yeah.
realized that. All
I
right,
haven't,
scratch
I
that.
haven't
Bad
been,
idea.
I haven't been practicing my English accent.
If you could
recently.
live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Well, sorry for
I would-
our bad British accent, but I think I would live in London.
I love the
I think
music
it'd be
scene
dope.
in London.
Super
I
cool.
love it.
I also just like, yeah.
I love
Everything-
tea and
everywhere it looks is
scones.
Cool. Oh, I love tea and scones.
I love walking places, and there's a bit more of walking in London than there is.
Oh,
in
actually,
other
you know
places.
what? Big high on my list is Copenhagen. in
Oh yeah,
Denmark.
if I lived in Copenhagen, I would have the coolest bike.
I'd have a bike and a Segway.
Yeah, a bike and a bike and a Segway.
Florence.
Really? Oh yeah, Rocky's been
Yeah,
reading.
I've been reading this book.
Yeah, what's the book called?
Inferno.
He's been reading Inferno.
Florence, Italy.
kind of
That's
depressing,
where it
isn't it?
takes place.
Hurry.
Move the screen. I feel like it's gonna.
What?
I feel like it's gonna.
Yeah, that's where it takes place.
I'd love to go to Italy.
Yeah. Well,
Like
Wait, no,
anywhere
where-
in
we went-
Italy. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, we did to.
Where did we go?
Milan.
We went to Milan, yeah, and then we also.
We
But I'd love to go
Florence
to.
and Venice.
I
That's where I
love
wanna go.
Venice, Florence, and Verona. Those are my 3 places.
Oh yeah, Verona, because that's where
Romeo and Juliet
Juliet.
took place. Yes.
Very cool.
But I would live I want to live different places in my life.
Yeah,
but
same
like
here.
the next place I would want to live is London.
Yeah, we
because
talked-
of the music and like because of the where we are at as a band. It just seems appropriate
We talked about getting a place in London
to make
to
the next
make
record.
the next record,
Yeah.
or maybe New York was also an option. I think New York would be really cool.
I think New York.
We'll have to
would be
wait till
cool
Ross is
when I'm-
21.
No, they changed it to 25.
25.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know. I just heard that recently.
You sure?
Yeah. So we're gonna have to wait
Anyways.
for a few more years.
Oh yeah, time. Oh, it's alright. It's all good. Okay.
Savannah from Austin. That's kind of funny, because Savannah is in our opening band,
Oh yeah.
and I play Austin.
Wow.
What do you think?
Okay,
Oh,
so you.
It's all you
What do you guys consider as one of R5's biggest accomplishments
thus far.
thus far? I think the world tour was our biggest accomplishment because that was always our biggest goal.
Yeah.
Was to tour the world, and now that we've done it, we just want to do it again.
I think making a second album.
Yeah,
Because a lot of bands
That's true. A lot
don't
of bands
even make one album,
get
so to
cut
make
off.
2.
yeah.
or
That's
they
pretty
get
cool.
cut off after the first one.
Yeah, or just, I don't know, some things can go wrong, but because we got to the second
Yeah.
one, I think that's
Yeah.
I'm excited for
I'd
a
say
third.
the world tour and second album, both really good answers.
I'm excited for a third. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
so much fun.
Allie from New Jersey, what song do you think will be the most fun to perform off the new EP?
I think Stay With Me.
Stay With Me, hands down.
I'm kind of nervous because that song is such a powerful song and it's very straining and not straining but tiresome when you sing it. So it's gonna be interesting when we first start singing it. But my voice is really adaptable, so it'll like get used to it very quickly. But the first few nights are gonna be challenging.
Yeah, it's gonna be good though. I think Heart Made Up on You is gonna be great too, and I think Easy Love. I think the whole crowd. I think is just gonna take that one.
Yeah.
It might get to a point where you don't even have to sing. You just let them do it.
That would
Just
be
do like
boring.
some hit
That's
movements.
true.
He just stands there, like, yeah.
Yeah.
What's one of the crazy? Oh, sorry, Danielle from Colombia.
Yeah.
What's one of the craziest experiences you've had with a fan? I think Ross has a new one that tops everything.
Oh yeah. So I'm driving down the street to set.
So you're not actually driving.
not
you're
driving.
in the back of the car.
I'm in this van and we're driving.
This
to
is
set.
recently.
This was on this trip. And this guy pulls up next to us, and he's motioning for me to roll down my window, and I was just kind of like, what is this guy doing? So I just did it. I rolled down my window, and he's screaming at me, not screaming out of aggression, because he wanted me to hear him. He was screaming, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I was like,
Down the highway.
"We're driving on a freeway. Are you kidding me right now?"
Hey,
And he-
can I take a picture?
And I was like, "Dude, what do you drive your car?" And so he literally follows us all the way to set to take a picture. And the guy was like 40 years old.
Big fan.
Big fan. He later
Awesome,
said it was
Bob.
for his teenage daughter, or something
But
like
it's
that.
so funny that he asked you for the picture in the middle of the highway.
And also the extreme that he went to get a picture. That's just, like, when you think about it, when you look at an iPad, it's just a bunch of lights flashing in your face.
Yeah, right?
So really, he went to that extreme just to look at flashing, just so his daughter could look at flashing lights of my face.
I'm sure she was really happy, though.
Yeah, probably. I just thought it was really interesting.
It was funny. I
Never
wish
had
I'd have
that
been there. I'd
happen.
have been laughing. All right, Shelby from Kingston. Which one of you is the best chef? You know what? All right, I think we have.
Rydell.
I think Rydell is probably the best all around, but I think we all have our moments. Rocky, the grill.
Rocky's the grill. Yep, I'm good with desserts.
Ross is awesome with desserts. Ross and Rydell make the best chocolate chip cookies. It's mom's recipe, but they make them good. And I think I'm more like the bartender.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with my mixology. I'm a mixologist.
And Ratliff just like sits around eating chips. So
Ratliff is actually good. Ratliff is probably the best at picking like good places to go or ordering the best. I feel like he always orders the best food.
He knows where to go.
Yeah, he's got his spots down, and they're all like insanely good restaurants.
Dana from Bell Gardens, or did we just answer that? Oh no, Dana from Bell Gardens. With the songwriting process, can you just sit down and write, or can you write when you feel inspired?
Only write when you feel inspired.
You can do both. Sometimes the better songs or the more seamless songs come from a real experience. But sometimes just like going off of your imagination is fun too.
When I'm inspired, I think it's way easier. Like if I'm like, I just heard a cool song.
But you can do it without it.
Yeah, but it just flows with it.
Yeah.
I think.
But regardless, a song very rarely comes out in 2 to 3 like tries. A song will always take time to really develop.
There's weird like moments where like we've written a song in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. And
it just boom, done. And then there's other times where it takes like, a lot of reworking to get it as good as it it's going to be in the end.
Yeah. But then you have a song like Royals, which was #1 worldwide on radio and in sales. And she wrote the lyrics to that in 2 hours. So even though 2 hours seems like a long time, in the songwriting world, that's
pretty short.
Really fast, especially for a worldwide song like that.
Yeah, for a big song.
Yeah.
Kaylee from Delray, what rising band are you guys? Catching. Nice, Rocky.
What rising band are you guys fans of
and watching out for?
The Struts.
The Struts. Huge fans of the Struts.
They're doing really good.
And
we're actually label mates with them in the UK.
Yeah. I'd say, cool. Or is it France?
It's France.
I think it's
Wait,
France.
isn't it the same division though?
I don't know. But yeah, one of them. Super cool dude. Super cool. Love the songs. I think their album just released actually.
Yeah.
And Walk the Moon, I'd say, is.
They're not really up and coming though.
They're somewhat. Sort of like in that realm. I would almost consider them like definitely.
There's a lot of cool up and coming bands, but I say we're paying attention to those.
Those are the 2 big ones. Let's see what else we got here. Sorry, I lost my spot. There we go.
Is it hard to date while you're constantly on the road?
Alanis from Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Sorry if I'm not saying that right.
It's that's like it's probably one of the biggest frustrations of tour is not being able to sustain like a good relationship with a significant other. Because like you spend so much time away and you're always gone. Yeah. And there's always so many people that you're meeting.
And like when you're on the road, it's like you're constantly doing stuff. So it's so hard to like just grab your phone. That was really our whole inspiration behind the One Last Dance video. We really wanted to show that kind of hardship of it because obviously we have so much fun on the road. Yeah. But then there's that side of it where it's just like it's so hard and heartache is such a hard thing.
It's not a good feeling
to go through. I remember when the first time I kind of like really went through like a rough heartache situation. I just remember thinking I don't ever want one of my brothers to have to go through that. I mean it's just so harsh. Yeah. It sucks. It really sucks. Yeah.
Well, anyways, on
that note,
we have to go, but it was great talking and chatting with all
Thanks
you guys.
So much for submitting your questions. Yeah. And this has been fun. Hope you guys had a fun time.
Oh, and thanks again to Romeo.
Yes, Romeo and Saturday Night online. It's been real. Come see us on tour. Check out our new EP out now. And we'll see you next time. Oh, and Rydell and Ratliff, they love you. They love you guys, and they wish they were here. See you next time.